Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Duck Detective, the Secret Salami, where it seems crime is rife at Bearbus. Yeah, there's more going on here than just the Salami Bandit, which we discovered last time. We've now got something about kidnapping and the Salami Bandit themselves. Some of you guys mentioned 2 episodes ago, I think it was, and it's something that I noticed as well, was the handwriting on the Salami Bandit's letters there, to do with the, I guess it's to do with the Y's and things. That it's a familiar handwriting, and I noticed it as well here. This note from Ingrid, note to Ingrid from Manfred. If you look, it's very similar handwriting, so I'm starting to think that Manfred is the Salami Bandit, which would tie in with this. Things are looking up. He's going to have money, that kind of vibe. And then obviously, what's his name, discovered, and is blackmailing. Look, keep quiet about the thing. I want all these demands. Do this and nothing will happen to you. So our friend Rufus here, I think, figured out that Manfred is the Salami Bandit, and he's doing some dodgy dealings, and has used that as leverage over him. So I think we might be able to fill this in. If we assume that Manfred is a Salami Bandit because something's and her handwriting, because the Salami Bandits and her handwriting are identical. Yeah, it is. Nice, it is Manfred.
Manfred is the Salami Bandit. That makes a lot of sense. Ironic that his handwritten note meant to frame Fredersen ended up incriminating Manfred instead.
Ha ha ha. We figured it out. Alright, but now we've got to work out where Sophie is. Home office station. In on under. Box bus cake fight trip. Okay, so we've got to figure out where Sophie is now. I don't know if we have any any camera 3 playback. So I mean, there's how to delete. So someone's looking at the bus on the camera. This here is Rufus, right? How to delete Eze selling history, and that's a penguin. Look, and then there's the voucher scam. So somebody's monitoring the bus. So I'm wondering if Sophie's maybe in the bus. Could try that. Sophie is at Bear Bus. Is station in a bus? Maybe not. Bear Bus's office. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, it's all coming together now, guys.
God! That's where she is being kept.
It's all coming together.
It's important that I stayed calm now. I couldn't alert the culprit, or all of this will have been for nothing. I needed to first figure out who is behind everything, so I could confront them.
Yeah, okay.
Something was missing here. Who else was involved with this? I had collected everything I needed. I just had to organize my thoughts.
So somebody else is involved. The dirty work. Somebody is the Salami Bandit's something. Because the Salami Bandit needs someone who could easily carry out the something of the something. And we've got the infatuation. So-and-so is the Salami Bandit's something, because she used to date. So this is going to be about Sophie, right? Because Sophie used to date Boris. And the Salami Bandit needs someone who could convince someone into something. Helping? Maybe? The dirty work. Somebody is the Salami Bandit's accomplice, I'm guessing that is, yeah. Well, it could be enemy, though. Or lover. Oh, this is tough. Let's do accomplice, because Salami Bandit needs someone who could easily carry out. Yeah, it's going to be this, because look, someone who could easily carry out the. Oh, it could be the importing. If we say that this is Boris, Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because the Salami Bandit needed someone who could easily carry out the importing of the salamis? Oh, yes.
Salami Bandit wasn't working alone.
Because Boris was the guy on the
It made
bus.
sense for the bus driver to be involved.
Oh, it's literally all falling into place now. Okay, do we have any more evidence we can present to these people?
It's not really a detective's job.
Sometimes
Seems a bit.
Yeah, a bit cheap, fine. I think we've actually got everything now. We've got all the words, we've got all the profiles, we've got all the items, so I don't think talking to anyone is going to help. So now we know that Boris is helping, right? So, the infatuation. So-and-so is the Salami Bandit's something, because she used to date Boris, and the Salami... Sophie? Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because she used to date Sophie, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince someone into helping. Oh, if it's about into helping, murdering, selling, snitching, stalking, helping seems the most realistic here. So this wouldn't make sense to be Boris, would it? Because this is going to be Boris. And the Slime Bandit needs someone who could convince Boris into helping, so... Sophie? But she's been kidnapped. Sophie is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because she used to date Boris. Yeah. What the hell?
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into this.
Oh my god.
Aha! I had it all figured out now. It was time that I confront the culprits.
Loads of them are in on it.
First, I had to free Sophie.
So Sophie was directly involved and has now been kidnapped off the back of it. So Manfred used Sophie to convince Boris to take part in all of this.
Sophie! What happened?
Here come the cavalry.
What's going on out here?
Why is everyone yelling?
This looks dramatic.
It's kind of a long story.
I think we're going to get
And guess who deduced said long story?
an explanation.
The one and only Duck Detective.
That's right. You all doubted me.
The room.
This is how everything went down.
Oh, here we go.
The Bretzel Bearbus branch was suffering losses and had their budget cut as a result. Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit.
He looked so evil
He
there.
made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team. Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office.
That's him.
Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet and ultimately wanted to confess to the police.
Ah.
Manfred couldn't have this, so he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses.
Well,
And this is why
there we have it.
Manfred stole Laura's lunch.
What?
Huh?
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty?
Yeah, I forgot about the lunch.
Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the smuggling. Who should get arrested for their crimes?
I mean,
Manfred was the mastermind behind everything. Should Manfred get arrested?
yeah. I mean, Sophie was involved, but then wanted to contact the police. Boris did it, but he was just trying to make Sophie happy, I guess. I mean, Manfred's the one behind it. Get Manfred in jail.
He is the reason this all started in the first place. Of course he should be arrested. What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible.
I mean,
She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border.
she did.
Should Sophie get arrested?
Let's just arrest all of them. Screw it.
What she did was clearly illegal.
They're all going to jail.
She needs to face the consequences.
All of them.
Boris was at the end of the chain. Had he refused to take the salami on board, the plan would have not worked out. Should Boris get
Yeah,
arrested?
they're all going to jail. Get rid of them all.
Might have not realized what was going on entirely.
Tough. He's going to jail.
But that doesn't mean he's not liable for engaging in the smuggling.
Who knew he was smuggling?
All right, I've made up my mind.
All of them to jail.
I will report to the state police. Manfred! Sophie! Boris!
And I do it again! Anything to secure my family's well-being.
Crime,
Not
though,
sure
dude.
grand-scale salami smuggling was necessary
Yeah.
for that.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, I work.
Blame everyone else.
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions. How am I going to give anyone a promotion if we have people baking cakes during working hours?
I mean, that's a fair point.
And while we're at it, Rufus, how dare you embezzle money from the company
Yeah,
and then threaten me?
that's true. Rufus should also go to jail.
That's... Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off.
And then get Margaret in jail as
Play
well.
the lead alien in the movie adaptation.
They're all going to jail.
Who's going to jail now, Manfred? Not me, that's for sure.
They should all go to jail except for Freddie and Laura. Everyone else
I
goes to
stand by
jail.
what I said. I regret nothing.
What is this? If I had known that calling the duck detective would result in this, I would have never done it.
Ah, so it
You're
was
supposed
her.
to find out who stole my lunch, not accuse my best friend of smuggling.
Yeah, but she was.
I knew this was a bad idea from the beginning. Why did Boris have to lose the bag? My God, he is such an idiot!
Ah, poor Boris.
I had no idea it was that important. Why didn't anyone tell me about the plan? You said your cousin was ill, and the only thing that would make her happy was the salsiccia salamis.
I should have known. If you're stupid enough to believe that, then you're also too stupid to bring a couple sausages across the border.
Wow, you really did quack the case,
Hey.
Mr. Duck Detective. You're just as cool as I imagined.
Not now, Frederson.
You're embarrassing yourself, Freddie. Wee woo.
The truth is an ugly mistress.
Get them all to jail.
And it is my duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
Oh, look, we can see how many people arrested them. Manfred, 98% of players decided to arrest Manfred. Who didn't arrest Manfred? Come on. Guess those people going to like the corrupt detective route. Sophie was least arrested than Boris. I mean, no, come on. They all needed to go to jail. All of them go to jail. I would have thrown Rufus and Margaret in there as well for good measure. You know, they were doing something illegal. And there we go! Whoa! Oh man, this was a really good game. I liked this a lot. Really, really cool. About the right length, I'd say. I know some people I saw online were saying that it's a bit short. I think it's perfect length. It didn't overstay its welcome. I would happily play many more cases in this universe. If the devs wanted to do that, make more Duck Detective games, I would happily play them. It is really, really good. Love the artwork, love the story, love the noir feel, the sort of mock noir feel. It's really cool. Yeah, it kept me guessing right to the end. I had several times where I thought so-and-so was the Salami Bandit, and then it turned out to be someone different. Yeah, really cool. I liked the puzzles. I liked the using the words to fill everything in. I thought it was good. Just an all-around really, really good, fun game. Perfect. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what the devs do next. But that is going to do it for this one. Oh, hang on. Maybe it isn't.
I completely forgot to collect my payment from Laura.
Uh-oh.
Everybody already went home. How am I going to pay for the bus?
Oh, no. Guess we're walking home.
Guess I'm walking.
Yeah. Ducks like rain, though. Hey.
Ahem. Need a ride? I just booked this one. It's been such a long day after all.
Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Don't be like that.
Come on, it'll be fun. Plus, you must be tired after all the detective work.
I really don't.
Please?
Yeah, fine.
Great. Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your
my
social
God.
media.
Please don't.
Please
I'll get
do.
you tons of publicity.
No.
And imagine, we can team up,
Absolutely not.
and I can be your sidekick.
Yes, we need that. Any future games, we need a team of Duck Detective and Freddy. Freddy's got to be the assistant. Please, we need Sidekick Freddy in any future games in this world. It'd be fantastic. Just imagine how angry he would make Duck Detective with his little comments and stuff. Oh, it needs to happen, guys. It needs to happen. All right, then. Well, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to our patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paul Leone, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, and Paul James. And I'll see you next time.